Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. How we doing today? Happy Monday. Happy to see you all back in with me. Hopefully you've all had a lovely start to your week. Rinse our filter out here. What am I doing tonight? I don't know. What am I doing tonight? I haven't updated the dinner command, I don't think. Did I? I think it's still what I wrote yesterday. What am I doing tonight? I am going to be taking yesterday's pot roast and turning that into several different pies of sorts. Oh, I haven't updated my title of the stream either. Lovely. So we're going to take pot roast from yesterday, turn that into a pot roast pot pie, and maybe a pot roast cottage style. We'll see what else we come up with. Let me update both of those real quick. I should have done that before stream got going. Wrong page. Wrong browser. Still the wrong page. It's still the wrong browser. Okay, edit stream info. That should be better. Now about the dinner command. It is Monday, the 7. Oops. Oh, my music stopped. Let's see if I can start it this way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, lovely. My account isn't connected either. Oh, come on, Twitch. You gotta pull this on me now. There we go. Okay, Bod is back to working. Welcome in, Maz. I saw you check in just as the stream was starting. By quite a few. Famous how? I mean, just in culinary school, like, at least once a month we had some sort of celebrity chef coming through with, you know, doing a book signing, doing a lecture, or something. I'm not going to say which, but one of those names I actually worked for a second. Well, stage worked. I don't know, out of cream. I decided it wasn't for me, and actually, in the only case I have ever done so, I wrote a letter to the chef apologizing that I felt that it was not a good fit for me. But, like, I know I graduated with J.J. Johnson, who's got a TV show right now. I've graduated with another one that does I don't know if it's, well, I don't know what she's up to these days. She used to do a local, I think it was Boston, food show on TV and got a couple of local Emmys. I'm not sure what she's up to these days. Is she still doing that, or what that happened there? But that was, I mean, I haven't seen her talk to her in years. But, I mean... No. JJ... He's a business guy these days now. I mean, I'm not going to say that he can't cook. But he... And that's the case, I would say, for a majority of them that are TV personalities. It's sort of like, they've done cooking, they've gotten their stars doing their cooking or whatever doing their cooking, and now they're a little bit more in the business end of it, because really the TV stuff is all marketing. It's all, you know, let's get another 100,000 people coming into a restaurant this year. It's like, and several of the chefs that I know actually here from Sonoma, that are food TV chefs, they're like, they do cooking, they run their businesses, but like, they're the business end. They're the high end of the business. They're not necessarily, you know, walking in every morning and cutting potatoes. And all of that ties in together, because you gotta do a lot of it together to actually make it worth your while. Between the books, I mean, the books are sort of like, you have to do books if you're going to do tours or lectures or something like that. Sort of like required merch. Alright, so we're going to start with the pot roast from yesterday, which I've got here on stove still, chilled down. This is straight out of the fridge. But I am going to take that and bring that over here, if I can figure out where I put my trivet. And we're going to take one of our protein boards, and I'm going to break up all this meat. Actually, no, this is second on my list of things to do. I need to roll out some butter. We're doing puff pastry tonight, or rather, this really isn't blitz puff pastry either. This is just an idea of one way to potentially make puff pastry that I've come up with. I want to try out. So this could be a complete failure. Could be interesting. Plan here is to flatten out this butter essentially as much as I can, and we're going to turn that into individual leaves that I'm going to try coating flour with. Okay, we're going to throw this back in the fridge too. Actually, I can fold, so we'll fold it. And throw that back into the fridge and allow that to reset up. Okay, back to pot roast. Hey Bun Buns, how you doing tonight? Hopefully you're feeling better. Ow! Thank you for that
awesome.
resub, Bun
Cool
Buns.
face.
Oops. So that is a bunch of cartilage that I don't need. I'm just sort of taking apart the pieces of last night's pot roast. And let's see, is there any meat that I can easily pull off of this? There's a little bit. And then we're going to reheat this. Bring this back up to a boil, make sure it's all nice and safe to consume. Get rid of that bone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that that's really worth my effort. Don't need it super small, but... And this is only chopping like this because it's chilled from the fridge still. This absolutely shredded apart, just under the weight of the fork, sort of a thing, when I was eating it last night. They're pretty much mush at this point. But yeah, there's carrots. Steam them. Blanch them. Pan sear them. All sorts of ways. That was that other piece of cartilage I threw in there, as is that. When you put it all nicely along the side like I did there, it does make it a lot easier to piece that stuff out that gave us lots of flavor, but we didn't really want to chew down on too much. Alright, so we'll take this, add this all back into the rest of our stew here. Or pot roast goodies. This is pot roast I made on stream last night. And so, yes, it is Bun Buns. And so, yeah, we're sort of reworking it in a couple different ways to present it after yesterday's making it from scratch. And so it's just chilts from last night. And might as well add a little bit more liquid in there with that. Oh, thanks, Bun Buns. Actually, that has been probably my best performing emote since they added stats. Who doesn't love a little SOS? But we got a battle to do here. Let's do our first battle of the evening here. I think we're gonna go for haste this time. Victory. Ooh, I got a quest too. Grand Italia and Capes Preto Ulich. Getting the rewards there. Thank you for your support. Time for the questionable boss. Unknown boss. What is this thing? Targets ground and air. Ranged. What are all these? These are melee. Okay. What's down here? Nothing. Okay. Think I'm gonna go for a warrior. I was thinking rogue since that boss is ranged, but everything else there is gonna need a tank. So we'll see what we get. And so I'll allow this to warm up. As you can see, it looks a little shiny there, but it needs to warm up. And so in the meantime, we have one type of crust started. Now we have another type of crust to deal with. I have 2 russets left in here that I'm hoping are still usable. Why so crusty? You mean the floating fat in the sauce, or? Oh, this is going to be our other crust. We need a pan for these. Oh. I was not in the mindset to be looking for dad jokes or puns. So we're making more mashed potatoes, but this time we're doing russets for it instead of Yukons like last night. Using old russets. You apologize for so much that you don't need to. You like leave your screen for like 30 seconds and you apologize to me. Absolutely. So we'll put this off to the side here. Wish I had a spray bottle, like a mister bottle that I could use with water. I mean, I've got plenty of old soap ones, but I don't have... what do I have in that one? Do I still have that usable? Okay, I don't know where that disappeared to. How else can I do this? Because I'm thinking what I want to do now is the idea here for this dough is I'm half creating the layers ahead of time with the water. Well, what I'm going to do is, actually that might be a plan right there, but not the same way you're recommending it. I'm going to take the butter, cut it into squares that I rolled out earlier, and then maybe I'll coat it with some water. This is the idea you just gave me there, buns, and then dust it with flour. And then build our layers like that, and then fold it into a dough. Doesn't need to be a lot of water there, but you need a little bit. So our stew is back up to a nice boil there. We'll call it stew now. I've been calling it stew for a little while now, but we all know this started as a pot roast. Baking powder was what I was after. Need my scale. Probably new camera set up on Friday. We'll see. Maybe not. How does the suggestion for news for ingredient challenges work? I'm switching to a phone camera from this. Well, I doubt the HD is going to be much better. It might be a little bit clearer. But the thing that I started pointing this out yesterday with my show and tells is I now have this, which I'm going to mount facing me, and this little guy here is going to use this there's a little camera right here. So hard to see. Maybe I can, yeah, there's a camera right there. And that tracks faces by AI and decides what the best angle to use is, regardless of how many people are around. But the major thing is that it's going to then track me if I move over here and get my sugar or whatever. I can't hide doing my sugar for my coffee anymore or anything. It's going to follow me all around the room. But I might have to redo all my videos for where I am, and it's probably going to be more of like a cell phone candy bar image, so it's going to be up and down. And so I'll have to readjust all the scenes. AI. It's smart. It's gonna take over the world. You have 19,000 points? Wow. You're up to 16th? Wow. Well, you've only been hanging out here for about 9 months or so. I'm happy to have you around, but there's some people that have been around a little bit longer than that. Okay, 11 months. I thought it was 9. My bad. I don't know if this is going to peel back off of the parchment. No, it's not. Not very well. Yeah. This might be done for before I even got there. Let's try this a second time, but with the butter a little less spread out. I mean, it's melting essentially just on contact with the board right now. It's too thin. If not, we might just have to restart over with some other butter. This butter's still perfectly good, but it's warm and might be easier to just restart with something cold. Trying to give it some thickness still this time. Not trying to go paper thin like I did last time. You love the fact you have your own Discord to troll saves oh, so you control in your own Discord, so you're saving everyone else. Yeah. I get the urge to be trolly at times too. I'm horrible in other people's chats. At this point I pretty much just try and avoid chatting whatsoever in streams, because it's either I say something that's misconstrued, I'm trolling, which 20% of the time, or I'm just straight up putting my foot in my mouth. There's no getting through clearly in chat for me. We're good with our potatoes for the moment, so I'll let them sit in that hot water, chill out for a bit. Oh, I missed what the Giphy was. What was the GIF? Really? You go for lamb sauce? I'm much more of a duck sauce fan myself. So we'll do a little cleanup while that butter's cooling down once again. While we're waiting on our butter to cool, I'm going to cool down my flour too. We're trying to make a dough, and we're trying to make a dough where we're trying to keep the butter cold. And that's just never going to work well when you're working with warm flour. And it's sort of like a more common thing that nowadays that you'll start seeing people throw stuff in the freezer for mixing cold stuff with cold stuff. Got 8 minutes to get units on that battlefield for the next Stream Raiders battle. Got a boss level this time. Turn down this even more. This is still boiling pretty hot. We're going to need some pans for these. Oh, hi there. was not what I wanted to happen. Sorry, I'm off camera for a second. Masking was a good guess. Or mosking. Guess that didn't quite work out that way. Oh wow, that needed a bit more cut off. There we go. That'll work a little bit better. Hopefully. Oh, you gotta type scramble. So we'll start with the rest of our mixture for folding into our potatoes. We're going to need some egg yolks. Never crack an egg on the edge. It's just reteaching myself that rule. You never crack an egg on an edge because you get tons of shell messed up that way. You crack on an edge and it's going to crack and it's going to push all the cracks inwards. And so that one that I cracked on its side, that's why there's all those pieces of shell in there. There's at least 3 that I saw. Crack your eggs on a flat surface like the board, like I did there the first one. We'll add all of our flavoring for our potatoes in here with our eggs, so a lot of salt there. It's all of our salt for our potatoes. Probably have to add even more, but that's at least a good start for what we're doing here. Cracked black pepper, a little MSG. A little garlic powder. And a hit of paprika, just for that red color. Let's do our battle. Let's go to war. Like it was nothing. We just like walked through that map. Dropping like flies. Treebow and Rockstar Canada getting the rewards there. Boss defeated. Ooh, we got an upgrade in the army. And I've got a quest here to redeem. At least one of them. Huh? What happened to that one saying I got 11 kills? Oh well. Let's see, where's the most chests? What's the best path here? I'm thinking the top right here. We got these 2 right here. There's no real good climb back up to the top there, though. I'd go for that green otherwise. Yep. Top route we go. I'm gonna start at the very tippy top here. There's stuff all over the place, so let's stay as a large group here, up towards the top. Alright. Back to potatoes. So, we've got our cooked potatoes. Gonna strain those using the lid. melt a little butter here too for in the potatoes, along with that egg. Potatoes off to the side for a minute. We're gonna do some cheese, please. Don't burn butter. Let that sit for a minute. Finish our cheese grating. Finish making our cheese grate. Make cheese great again. Hey, Rusty. Welcome in. How's your Monday treating you? What you been up to lately? What's in your streaming calendar right now, Rusty? My Monday has been pretty damn good. It's been going by rather quick, though, at the same time, though. It's one of those days that just sort of disappeared on me. Alright, and so now we're going to add our egg yolk. Seasonings. And Parmesan. In with our potatoes. Let that come down a little bit closer to room temp before we start piping with that. In the meantime, let's take a look at our Blitz Puff pastry butter. Oh, this might work much better this time. Yeah, I think we're doing much better this time. I'm gonna leave this in the fridge for a minute while I prep the rest of the stuff. We have our sort of frozen flour there. We're going to need a fresh piece of parchment. Actually, I might not need the fresh piece of parchment. We'll see. For anyone just joining in, this is not the classic way to do any sort of puff pastry, whether you do a blitz puff pastry or a normal puff pastry. I'm toying with trying out different methods. And so, this could be a complete mess. But I have a quarter pound of butter here, and measured into this bowl, I have a quarter pound of flour. Please peel. Please stick to yourself. Maybe we'll just fold it in half here to start. The idea is I'm trying to still form the layers, but in a different method. Mostly working out okay here. Mostly. The biggest problem is it's sticking to the parchment a bit too much. So, dust that with a final little bit of flour. And then, let's just fold it up in this one. We're eventually going to scrape all of that butter off of this parchment, so don't think that all that stuff off the side here is going to waste. We'll throw this back into the fridge to chill up a bit more. Actually, we'll throw it in the freezer. Chill up a bit quicker. You have our pot roast here up on the stove from yesterday's stream. That's going to be our fill-in for tonight's pies. Well, let's see how we're doing here with our potatoes. Well, those are still a little warm for what I want to do piping with. I'm gonna take the rest of the flour and throw that back in the freezer too. Keep this all cold. I might be lucky to only get one of these out of this, so let's just fill one of these for right now. Maybe still a little too chunky. Try for that second. That's not gonna fit a second one. I am sort of tempted to redo that though. You're putting roasted veggies in your butter cookies? Sweet roasted veggies? Sort of learning these bags need a certain velocity to actually work. Raw egg, don't eat this. Now we're going to give that a blast in the hot oven. Start preheating our oven. In the meantime, I'm actually going to throw this in the refrigerator or in the freezer, somewhere where it can chill out a little bit. Beef stew. I totally didn't just spill flour in my freezer. So we all having a relaxing start to our week. Anything new and exciting out there today? What did I do today? Let's see. Exciting stuff. I renewed my DMV, my vehicle registration. I signed up to get a real ID sometime next year. Yeah, like, exciting stuff. I don't know if it'll be a new picture or not. I don't know if they need to. Can't remember when the last time I think the last time I got my license renewed, which was like 5 years ago or something like that. I think I had a new picture taken then. I don't know if I get a new picture or not. Of course, this isn't part of that either, but I have to renew that sometime this year. Baby Chef, yeah. 5 years more. Yeah, not baby. I want to pan up the rest of this stew, but we're not ready with the dough for the other pie. I'm gonna keep moving forward with it anyways. My butter will be partially melted. We won't get as much floof. Shoot. I don't know the differences. I know there's all sorts. Oh, definitely long hair. I'm all about the scruffy rustic look. Not just for food. Had to go and put it in the sink, didn't you, Jason? Scrape up all that good butter on that other piece of parchment here. Yeah, save all that goodness. I mean, I may be experimenting here with making doughs. Doesn't mean I want to waste money doing it. Though I'm not exactly the most contentious when it comes to food shopping. Okay, back to chill. I forgot to turn the speakers off. You have delicious veggies. What kind of veggies you got going? What am I missing out on? And speaking of that, I also want to see photos of your chicken paprikash from the other day, too. You didn't post any photos of that either. You just keep teasing us with things you're making. You're not showing us anything. Had to walk in back and turn the speakers off so that when you post the photos out here, you get beeps in the entire house. I'm sort of tempted to try and do both of these at once, I think. Maybe do bacon both of these. I was actually sort of hopeful we were going to do more than just 2 of these. I was hoping for a third. We got enough meat and stuff here for the third. Falls apart. Oh, what is the joke now? Oh, that was such a good joke, and I'm missing the punchline. I was gonna start writing it out. That would be a perfect one for you, Bun Buns. Let's see if it's in that history. It'd be way deep in that history, though. Okay, I don't know why that happened. But our battle's ready. It's time to go to war. I did place a spell. Oh, why do those guys just sit right there next to Bun Buns? What type of characters did you drop, Bun Buns? Uh-oh. This is not looking good. Tree Battle versus 20 versus 50. Boo. We're definitely retrying that one. That one was easy? Aw, come on, Stream Raiders. I'm gonna go with a rogue this time. I'm gonna go after those packages. So mine's gonna run off. Let's try an all rogue battle. Let's do like nothing but rogues this battle. Let's see how that works. This doesn't force you to do that, but it does ask you a question. So, there's nothing but rogues on this map. maybe we'll do these two. Let's do this first one. Pans up, the oven's up to temp. Gives me something to do while we're waiting. So we got sheet pan parchment. We've got our mashed potato coated dish. We're gonna throw that in the oven and see if we can't get that to brown up a little bit nicely. Set that in there for 10 minutes. Realizing we don't really want this too hot for the puff pastry, so we can go ahead and put this in the dish to cool down a little bit. Doubt it's been long enough for that dough. I want to rush it. I don't want to wait. Want now. Icy veggies. We've had a whole bunch of recent photos in the Discord here. We've gotten all sorts of them lately. Starting the beginning of the holidays, the day before Christmas. We have Obe with his holiday spread. You had Chris Alberti posting a couple of dishes. We got more of my food here from past streams. You had some, I don't know, that doesn't quite look like an A5 Wagyu to me. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the cook on that, but the fat in that just doesn't seem to me the same. Oh, thank you. There we go. Going back to where we were before, we have Obe with his holiday foods here. Chris Alberti with his Cuban Christmas foods. I had to catch up a little bit on my photo posting. And we have some A5 Wagyu according to our poster. Which, I just don't see that. I just don't see that whole... stuffed acorns. I love me some stuffed acorn squash. It's been a minute since I've done... Did I do any acorn this year? I know I did a whole bunch of delicata this year. I don't think I really stuffed anything. Squash is great. My biggest problem with squash is dealing with it. Like, I don't want to deal with the seeds. I don't want to have to deal with the skin. But that's what makes delicata so easy. You can just slice it and roast it. Move on. You got George posting his panini. Bun buns with our chicken paprikash and roasted veggies. Yummy yum. And as of right now, we have lemon juice as our winner for Wednesday. And someone else was mentioning, I don't know who it was, if you wanted to make suggestions, this is where you make suggestions. If you want to get into the dinner vote, you make a suggestion in the ingredient suggestions channel. The ones with the most votes, which are the ones with 4 votes right now, are the ones that are going to make it into the next vote here. We start from, these are done with the most counts, and then from top down. So, most count, most votes, and then oldest first. And then the only real thing that I'm doing here is if we get ones with only 2 votes in them, I've been clearing out a number of the ones that no one voted for. But I'm giving them several months before I do so. Yeah, lemon. I'm actually more at a loss for what I want to do for the main course with lemon than what I want to do for dessert. Like, actually, I take that back. I don't know what I want to do for dessert either, because there's so many options that I can do. Like, there's so much you can do with lemon in dessert. When it comes to... Well, yeah, that's sort of the thing, like... You can do whole sorts of things with lemon, but for me, I'm sort of like... I think of citrus and I start thinking of seafood. And... I don't know that I really want to do seafood, especially this time of year. And especially where I live, because... You can get some West Coast seafood, but... Just in general, the seafood that I have available to me is not nearly as good as everything else. Yeah. So, has it been 20 minutes yet? Can we go back to rolling out butter? Absolutely, it's gonna suggest you do a rogue, but you can put whatever you want. Now we got something starting to approach an actual dough here. Hey, the Mind is Z. Welcome in. Happy to see you in chat. How you doing tonight? What's new? Gonna give that a couple more minutes. As in 5. Starting to get a little nice color on that first pie, our sort of like cottage pie compared to our pot pie or puff pastry pie here. So back into the freezer after giving this another fold and roll out. So we got our puff pastry dough. In the oven, we've got our sort of like cottage or shepherd's pie. You're sort of catching me on a sort of slow night here, Mind is Z. We're just sort of chilling out. I'm playing around with some dough tonight, trying a couple different ways to coat up the pot roast that I made here yesterday on stream. That's cooling down. The rest of that's in the pot up on top. And we got one of those with a egg yolk and mashed potato topping that's in the oven, and the other one I'm toying around with a completely unconventional and has not been entirely cooperative method of trying to make puff pastry in a different way. I'm very familiar with making different types of puff pastry. I do the Blitz version, which is almost a little bit more like a biscuit dough method, a lot more than I do the traditional real high-rise puff pastry. And I don't know, I'm not really accomplishing what I wanted to do here, so we're just having some fun. But I normally cook here 4 nights a week now. All of last year was 3 days a week for the most part, but this year we're doing 4 days a week. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So Sunday, Mondays, back-to-backs. And so we'll have sort of connected streams or sort of a lighter stream on Monday after a full regular stream on Sunday. And on Wednesdays, we'll have our ingredient challenges, which I was explaining the vote for earlier. This week we've got lemon juice as my challenge. And so chat votes in Discord what ingredient we use. And so on Wednesday, I might have to do dinner and dessert. So both sweet and savory applications for each of the ingredients using lemon juice. Perhaps not the hardest ingredient. I've been doing this over a year now. And there's been at least 60 of them now at this point. And so lemon juice is maybe not the hardest ingredient, but it does pose some other challenges. Like, I don't know what I necessarily want to do for savory wise, because I don't really want to do seafood. Let's take a look at our pie here. Let's see how our pie is turning out. Not quite as much color as I wanted. Let's try a little of that action. We'll switch that over from oven heating to broiler. maybe we'll get a little more color on that. Sure, mine Dizzy. And I've already done preserved lemons. And so I'll be doing things. What else did I do for preserved lemons? I know I did a lemon pound cake with the preserved lemons, but I'm forgetting what I did for my main dish for that. Huh. But shut up, timer. Yeah, it's just the first thing that comes to mind is let's impapio some fish, call it a night. But I want to be a little bit more, like, I don't like doing it simple. Like, there's been cases where I looked back at things and I was like, yeah, I was a little lazy there. The original idea was I didn't want to do, like, one of the first ingredients I got was gummy worms. And I didn't want to do, I ended up doing it, but I didn't want to do, like, the typical dessert, or dirt dessert. Chocolate pudding, Oreo cookies, and of course at the same time I also paired it with pate made with gummy worms. Could almost do like a lemon soup or something too. We could go heavy on the lemon too. Could go extreme lemon. Extreme. Come on, color up. You're starting to color a little bit, but not enough. I don't know which one of these I'm going to keep for tonight and which one I'm going to eat for tomorrow. Right now it's sort of looking like the potato one's probably going to get eaten tonight because the puff pastry one I might want to let it chill. Still not there. Nine minutes, get units on the battlefield for Stream Raiders. It's looking like no one's posting because I only wanted to do rogues. There, we'll open things up so people can put whatever they want down there. Free up a little space down there behind. Ooh, this might be pretty. This might work well. Your butter melted into your stovetop. Is it gone forever? I mean, after all, if it's just down in the bay, that's just extra flavor. You know, that's you know. going techno with the lights there. Way to go there, camera. Woo. Rave time. What the heck? Has that been doing that for longer than just now? Or is that just because I'm standing over here? Do I need to replace that camera? Let's see if it comes back if I come back over here. That's weird. Sort of trippy too. Oh, it wants me back nearby. So there is our. Sort of wish I had a nice. Oh, I do. Never mind. So we'll let that cool down, and I'll have that for dinner, I think, tonight. The other one I think we're going to wait on. I'm going to bake it tonight, though. Still too warm. Cheers, folks. Thank ya. Cheers a second time for the drinking folks out there. It's kind of a weird off smell there when I was about to sip that and caught me and just stopped me in my tracks. And then it quickly disappeared. Ooh, that's tasty. I'm enjoying that tonight. This is not normally my favorite whiskey. Just got a harshness to it that I just don't really love. Like there's a bite to this. Whereas some of the other ones like this 101, just so much smooth. And the Glenmorangie is like drinking butter compared to this, especially. The Amish Stig. We got Top Gear fans here. Of course, I guess they're still keeping. Well, yeah, Top Gear is not what it once was. I stumbled across, oh, who is it? There's another, like, there's a bunch of YouTubers that are doing similar videos nowadays, too. They've done several seasons of it. Where Mooklined. We're gonna do this with rogues? This is awesome. I was totally expecting to lose this map, like, right off. Victory. Victory! Bun Buns and Truebile getting those rewards. Nice gold there to waste on stuff. Ooh, I got goodies hidden over here too. I'm thinking mono something with that word, with the scramble. Some word starting with mono. Delmonica, okay. Work our way down from the top on this one. Plasma skins. Oh, for stream readers? Nice. We definitely got flakiness and layers going on here. So this might be not a complete failure. I doubt it's going to rise the same way as a good puff pastry. But we still might have a good dough here. One more refrigeration. The number of people that I have seen on Twitch doing commentary on MasterChef, on Hell's Kitchen, it just boggles my mind that they haven't gone harder against streamers. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, I understand the desire to want to get views and people wanting to make money doing streaming on Twitch. But, I mean, essentially, you've got like 20, 30 streams now. They're just sitting there with some person half AFK in a screen playing someone else's production. And meanwhile, those people are not getting any advertising money. It's... There's something that has to change here with DMCA sometime in the near future. Because this system just doesn't work. We haven't even gotten to the point here where we're talking about brigading or streamers, you know, playing YouTube videos. They don't have the rights to do those either. they need to change. And I see why people are doing it, because they want the views and they want money from doing it. But unlike apparently some other streamers in this world, I understand that other people want to make money off of their own creations. It would royally annoy me to find someone else ripping off my stuff. Not that I really think anyone... Yeah, I mean, how often do you see, you hear CNBC and, not CNBC, but CNN and Fox and them all talk about each other all the time. They're like, oh, so and such got fired from there, or such and such got hired here, or, they're always talking about each other. But they never show each other other than properly accredited short clips, and there is no real standard there. Like, people say that there's a standard of you can play up to, I think it was like 28 seconds or something like that, and no, bullshit. There is no set standard. You look at the laws, you look at what has been decided in court, and there is no, it's whatever you convince the judge of, sort of a thing. And I'm frankly rather annoyed with several of these companies that are, YouTube, Twitch, that are just, they're doing it too. They're allowing whatever they can to make money on. And they're only caring about it until they get into trouble. The heck is that word? The metaverse. I have a feeling the metaverse is a long ways away and is a pipe dream of currently Korea, it sounds like. It's going to take a lot of artificial intelligence and artificial reality, virtual reality, augmented reality, till we're getting to that. We're just starting with, Linus Tech Tips just reviewed a new augmented reality glasses here just the other day. Today or the other day, and they're still talking $600 for a pair of sunglasses that's got a cord, and it looked like it ran pretty well, but it's not there. It's not functional. It's not mainstream, and until it is mainstream, only this. Twitch isn't even mainstream, I don't think. You mentioned Twitch to a passerby on the street, and you got about a 40% chance they know what the heck you're talking about. still too flexible. I was gonna say laminate, and that there's not enough A's. Surprised Elemental wasn't it? Oh, it's probably Emmenthal. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a... Yeah. Emmental. It's a type of cheese. Yep, it's a type of Swiss cheese. So, semi-firm, semi-solid white cheese that's been cultured, and so it's got bubbles in it. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've had some Emmenthal. I seem to remember it being slightly softer than your typical Gruyere. Yeah, that was a Swiss Miss. Let's take a photo of our first pie of the evening. I think this is going to end up being the one that I'm preserving for tomorrow. Who knows? Go ahead and post those on the Discord while we're waiting on things to chill down in the freezer here. Let's see, do I have food pics? I have to do food pics from yesterday too. So there's my photos from yesterday. There's my photos from today in the Discord. I've been slacking on Instagram lately, and I think I actually am going to keep going with this. Every once in a while, I'm just going to throw you a slideshow of past dishes. I don't seem to be seeing much growth on my Instagram. I don't seem to be seeing much growth on my Twitch from my Instagram. And so I'm not going to spend my time working on it. Separate from the fact that I'm not the greatest fan of Instagram or of Meta these days. I have such a suspicion that's going to be Spanish word. Let's see who's out there in Twitch land today. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Let's hope this site is still muted. Nope, it's not. Let's make sure that's muted. Good question. Did you join the scramble too? I think we're just gonna have to wait this one out. I'll give you the points if you got it right. Okay, final rollout on our dough here. Did you get it, or were you just slightly off? Oh, you did just about every spelling but it. Wow, that is flaky. It's so flaky that it doesn't want to stick together as a dough. Wow. Let's try something different here. We're toying around, we're doing different things, we're not doing things properly here for our dough. Why should we start doing things proper now? What happened with your cookies? No, there's no moisture holding things together. This is strictly a butter and flour mixture that's over here. And so, my next plan of action here for trying to make this into a proper flake dough is I'm going to make a regular wet dough just with some water and flour. And we're going to fold the nice buttery flour pieces into our other dough here. They melted like a puddle. Sounds like there was too much butter in your dough. So this is definitely more like a Blitz puff pastry now, rather than what I was originally trying, but at least trying to come up with a dough that's actually going to work for our puff pastry, or for our stew tonight. they're good. Think about, like, it's not too far different from either pasta or rice. It's essentially like dough and rice form, or say, like, if you've ever had orzo, that pasta that's shaped a bit like rice. It's just herby, other than that. So we'll take our dough here. We'll take an extra pan. Close up time. Make sure our oven is still on, which it wasn't. That's not high enough. The cookies you can probably still grind up and use as, like, you know, like cookie crumbles. You can mix that in your ice cream. Use it to make a pie. Use it as a crumb topping for a fruit crisp. Battle to battle. I'd cook them until they break their skins and add a bunch of sugar. But you don't have to. I mean, if you're gonna bake it in the oven, you can just toss them in sugar. Little lemon juice or some sort of acid just to add a little bit of brightness. Just a little sharpness to the blueberries. Let's do one last battle tonight. We're gonna make tonight a long stream. Head Mama Bear getting those kills. Tree Bow helping out with the assists. Do we want the blue chest or do we want the green chest? Sort of thinking we want the green chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a faster route too. There we go. My tank will take all sorts of damage, but I need other damage to help him out. So we need rogues, we need barbarians, or rather berserkers, monks, pallies, all that good stuff. Alright, back to the board here. We'll put a fresh piece of parchment on the sheet pan here. We'll throw this in the freezer until we're waiting for our oven to come to temp. I guess the last of this I'm just going to enjoy in a bowl. Posting failed. What posting failed? Bun buns? Oh, we have to guide the raid command. You're welcome to use it. I just honestly feel like the whole raid thing with Twitch, unless you're coming up with a whole, like, a lot of people that hang out in my chat like to lurk, like to hang out, like to be doing other stuff. I don't exactly have this crowd of people that are going to be like, yeah, and just absolutely spam their chat. And so the whole raiding thing for me, it sort of lost its whole sort of excitement. What's that supposed to mean, Bum Buns? Bun Buns. And you're a wonderful cheerleader. I'm glad to have you here, Bun Buns. But I see at least, say, 10 other names that are people that I don't identify as being bots in chat right now that are all just chilling. I'm happy to have them, too. My music stopped. Why did my music stop? We ran out of music? We ran out of music. I appreciate that, Truba. So our oven is up to temp. Let's try throwing our last pie in. Let's throw our last pie in the oven here. Just barely inside the rim on that, and then we're coming up over the handles there. Just for making it look cool. All right, 450 degree oven preheated. I appreciate that, Bun Buns. We're going to check this in 15. And I've dropped the temp. I started at 450 because if you think about it, we want that butter shocked. We want that immediately liquefying, creating steam and lifting. And so we'll put it in the oven at a higher temp, and I've now dropped it down to about 400. And so a lot of the times you see puff pastry recipes and they're 400, which is perfectly fine. I'm just hopeful I'm going to get that extra little bit of puff out of it by throwing it in there at a really high temp and then allowing the oven to cool down as it cooks. Nice. We'll do that then if she's still on when we're wrapping up. We got about 20 minutes on our last Stream Raiders battle here, and then we'll head that way. Is she a dedicated Stream Raiders streamer? Sort of interesting, the things you can do with Stream Raiders if you're doing like a dedicated stream, like the versus stuff, and they've added a couple different layers of different things that you can do in the game that I really haven't explored too much here with my just every 30-minute battle sort of thing. I honestly don't want to increase the Stream Raiders content on my stream. Sort of wish that I could keep Stream Raiders and make it like an hourly battle. That's cool. And much like the ingredient challenge, I added the guide the raid thing because I know there are so many interesting Twitch streamers out there that I'd love you guys to introduce to me. I still, even a year and a half, it's what? Yeah, a year and a half that I've been here on Twitch, and I look at my list and it's basically food and drink and people I knew from Mixer. And so I would love for my horizons to be broadened and to meet some new other streamers here on Twitch. So please use that I appreciate you using that today, Treba. I appreciate that. I need a refill. We'll keep with the same stuff. Though I'm really happy that Twitch came back and or went and brought back the creative section. On one hand, I know it's gonna probably bury me further in general discovery. At the same time, I think the creative directory raises everyone up in the creative area and gives them a lot more visibility. And so I think everyone over here, makers, crafters, cookers, bakers, pottery makers, across the board, I think they're going to be getting a lot more visibility. But as a small streamer, I think I'm going to be drowned out a little bit more. Nice one. You knew that one. You knew what that was right off. I'm thinking that I need to, after today's stream, I think I need to get myself a water bottle for the kitchen, for the stream. Well, not for the kitchen. Just to have some spray water. I used to have a spray bottle that I used to just keep vinegar in. And I have no clue what happened to that. I don't know if I ever spent any time as a kid with floaties at all. I was quite a swimmer as a kid. I absolutely burnt myself out by the time I got to high school. But I was big time swimmer as a kid. I hope it doesn't flood. We've been getting so much rain. Apparently, it's a record year for San Francisco for rain. We haven't had any flooding though. And the last time I passed the floodlands in Sonoma County, they weren't really flooded either. Must be flowing out pretty well to the ocean. But it has literally been like a week and a half of just dreary, rainy nastiness outside. I've been wanting to take a walk so bad. And I just wake up and, 50 degrees out and rainy. I'm like, who wants to go out and take a walk in that crap? I'm sort of intrigued to see what this pastry comes out to look like here. See if we get any levity or not, or if we get any layers or not. We will definitely have some layers, but they may be forcefully included. But it was like maybe 5 years ago now. 4 years ago? 3? That we had some major flooding. People were talking about knowing celebrity chefs. We have several celebrity chefs here in Sonoma County. One of them, what is her name? How can I not remember her name now? Oh, geez, I'm gonna have to look that up now. Dostoevsky's. Wow. She had her restaurant here in West County, Sonoma County, and she got flooded out a couple of years ago, and she ended up closing her restaurant. She's been doing a lot of stuff with charity since then, and supporting. She's president or lead cheer member of a gleaning organization in Sonoma County now. She spends a lot of time taking photos of herself out first thing in the morning, picking fruits and veggies. But like, that's another one. Someone was asking me about the dynamic of celebrity chefs and stuff like that. Like, she had her own restaurant and she ran her restaurant, but she had a chef and she's married to her husband. Her husband handles the pork operation. He probably handled the majority of the day-to-day, but she certainly was there like every day at that restaurant. Of course, at the same time, I don't think you would... Well, does Guy Fieri even have any more restaurants in Sonoma County anymore? Does he still have restaurants, period? I know he had Johnny Garlic's, which was a chain of restaurants here. And I don't know if it's still open. He had a barbecue and oysters place in Santa Rosa. I don't know if that's still around. But he got rid of Johnny Garlic's, or rather, he sold it off. I don't know if the barbecue oyster joint there is there anymore either. But he's something I would never expect him to ever show up in his kitchens other than for like a publicity visit. I wouldn't think that he really cooks hardly at all. He does do, like, anytime there's any sort of charity work that he can do, anytime there's a forest fire, he's always bringing... He has a semi that he built a kitchen into. And he'll bring a crew of people and he'll feed all the firefighters, get himself written up in the newspaper. Every single time there's a fire, you can expect the newspaper to write that up. I don't understand this whole thing with chefs and wanting to feed firefighters. Like, I want to support all those people that got kicked out of their homes. Firefighters, our state's already paying to feed them. They're already well fed. I mean, I'm all for supporting anyone that's been kicked out of their home, anyone that's been negatively impacted by a forest fire. But the crews that are fighting, yeah, they're already well handled. They're already. I tried to do a charity like a year ago for that, or maybe 2 years ago now. I didn't really have. I had half of the amount of people that I have watching me now as it was, and didn't really go anywhere with that, but yeah, that's probably it. It's probably marketing. It's probably it shows up better as supporting those manly men firefighters. Got another minute here until we take our first look at our second pie of the evening. I should think more about who I'm complaining about. And since we're almost done with our second pie, that means we're down to 7 minutes in our last Stream Raiders battle to get units on the battlefield. Sort of discovered a reason why you might want to go electric over gas the other day. Actually, last night. After the stream last night, I finished everything up, I cleaned everything up, got everything done. And I was hanging out, it was late, I forget what time it was. Like, I wrapped up the stream at like 7 o'clock last night, and I walked back into the kitchen at like 11 or something like that, and all I could smell was gas. I was so lucky. Like, there was a burner that was on, like, at least medium, like halfway, without a flame somehow. And just filling my kitchen with gas. So lucky. So I'm melting a little butter here on the stove now, because I'm going to take this pie out and brush it with a little butter on the top. I'm good at that. That I'm fine with. I'm fine with a little smoke in my apartment, but I could do without gas or potential explosions. Okay. That's gonna go back in the oven. Hopefully get a little bit more browning going. We're gonna do that 10 more minutes. Get that nice golden brown top to it. That was sort of what I was thinking of when I was saying I need a squirt bottle. Because just some moisture on the top is going to help. It's not going to give you that nice golden brown top that you get from like dairy or butter where you have milk fat solids to solidify and brown. But just the moisture is going to give you a better surface than that raw flour top. And if you look at like the English meat pie shops, they're just soaked in water. There's like water everywhere. Like their dough is just covered in water. And they're like slapping the top down on the top of the pies, and it's like gushing with more water. They must bake those things. Oh, that's a rough one, Bun Buns, yeah. Stoves are so hard to clean. I don't know why they make stoves so hard to clean. Like, they can make them so much easier to clean. So much easier. And they make it like you gotta, you know, yeah. Like the glass on my stove. I never turn the light on in my stove on purpose because it's freaking disgusting looking. You can't even see it with the light on, anyways. But like the idea that you're going to wrap a stick in, like, this is instructions from the company. The way that you clean that window is you remove the door and then you wrap a stick in a moist towel, put rubber bands on it, and jam it up in between the two pieces of glass and scrub it. Like, that's your method of cleaning this thing? It's just idiotic. It's gonna just... As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna use it to throw it out. It's disposable. It's designed to be disposable. But even to clean the insides of them, I mean, they have the whole oven cycle, which just basically bakes everything to a crisp. Battle to war. I think we got it. I think we got it. Oh, there's a big guy down at the bottom corner there. Victory. Victory! We only lost 2 units. Nice battle. Bun Buns and Head Mama Bear getting the rewards there. And me, too. I'm going to wait to collect those. That's going to be our last battle of the evening tonight. We're wrapping up here on our last pie. We got about 5 minutes on that before I show you lovely folks what we got. Well, I can take a quick look and see if we're close enough now. No, we need a little more time on that. Uh-oh. Well, at least you got blueberries. You can make blueberry crumble now. Or were you going for blueberry pie? Mm. And they certainly have decoded the things that are like addictive, like the smell of whiskey. I just love the smell of whiskey. I like the smell of whiskey more than I like drinking whiskey. I sort of feel like it's something you need to be introduced to. Like, a lot of people get started on whiskey and hard liquors, like, just trying to get drunk, have a good time, be in a party. But, to actually, I feel like you have to have it, like, explained and given some examples so you know the differences and know what's going on. Nice. Your apartment smells burnt. Yeah, that's honestly the biggest downside to this, and I've talked about that before with frying. Like, anytime I fry in this kitchen, my whole house just smells like free oil for the rest of the evening. And is never... Like, I enjoy the fried foods while I'm eating them, but like 2 hours later and the house is smelling like fried food, and I'm like, ugh. I'm full. I've, put all the food away, and the whole house just smells like stuff is still cooking. You're like, ugh. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. Streaming helps me in many ways. Don't think, like, it keeps me in a routine. It gives me something that I need to do in a regular day. It, gives me time to communicate. It's all good. Keeps me cleaning the kitchen regularly, keeps me continuing to make food on a regular basis, gives me new things to try and work with and challenges that I have to deal with. It's all good. I complain about it now and then, but there are so many advantages to streaming to me, aside and apart from all you people wanting to help and support me, which is amazing, that just means I would continue it regardless. Deters bugs, yeah. Charcoal, chalk, they don't seem to like those. And what I'm sort of realizing older in age, well, I sort of realized this about 10 years ago, but as I get older, the more I realize, the more it's become obvious. I get uncomfortable in uncomfortable environments, or unfamiliar environments. I'm a little bit like a cat, where, if I'm out of my home, if I'm somewhere else, it doesn't matter if I'm surrounded by a group of friends or not. I'm gonna clam up. I have to be comfortable with where I am, Not necessarily the people, but the actual location. And so this allows me to be at home where I'm absolutely comfortable and able to chat, converse. Claws. No claws. The claws are my eyes. I'm also someone that I think is. I think, you know, I mean, people have their own opinions of how they. But I wouldn't harm a flea, sort of a thing, as a person. But my outward appearances, I think, get a lot of between the beard and the long hair and the makes people uneasy. I mean, I'm a tall guy. I'm a big guy. Long hair, beard. When I'm out in public, I'm typically wearing sunglasses. I'm probably not hugely approachable either. Well, I definitely have the lumberjack shirt on tonight. Ooh, almost too long on that. Nice and dark. Nice and dark on our pie there. I believe in the kill 'em with kindness thing. I just don't mentally think to speak up. I don't mentally think up to thank people as much as I should. Thank you for being here. It's yeah, sort of weird. I mean, the difference between yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to be. You know, it's. I'm Mr. Downer. I'm always looking for the problem with something. I'm always looking for. But at the same time, I wish the best for people. It's just how I operate. So let's see if we ended up with any flakiness here or not. Let's give a break into this almost burnt pie here. Oh, we got some flakiness there. That's some definite flakiness. I'm also breaking into this without having taken a photo. Cheers, folks. Wow, that was hot. That was a giant chunk of potato that was still just like napalm. Wow. That is yummy. There's certainly butter there. Yeah, that's gonna be yummy. Ugh. I hope I didn't just burn my mouth. I probably did. Make sure our oven's off, yeah. Make sure our range is off. Turbinado. My favorite type of sugar. I love the smell of whiskey. Alright, so we already have a raid picked out for us. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of this while I can do so easily. While it's still nice and warm. We're gonna save that one on the stove back here for tomorrow evening or tomorrow lunch. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Appreciate you all hanging out for me with my relaxing, chilled Monday stream. Gonna be back here on Wednesday. Excuse me, burping and talking at the same time, apparently. We're gonna be doing lemon juice on Wednesday. So, should be a fun evening. Not sure what I'm gonna do for sure, but hey, maybe we'll end up doing seafood anyways. Maybe not. I don't really feel like doing seafood. I just feel like I need to do seafood with the lemon for some reason. Anyways, hope to see you back for that on Wednesday. Got more fun stuff coming up on Friday and Sunday this week, and I hope you come back for that as well. Until then, have a great evening. Thank you. Good night.